Hey everybody, Rebecca here. Today is 5/27/2025. The time is 5:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I haven't really been making any videos for the last few days, except for the one I put up a few days ago. Not really anything big to talk about. There was a 6.0 on the 25th, which was 2 days ago in the Tonga region. That was to be expected. And then after that, there was a 5.7, 5.1 in Guam, a 5.1 Hokkaido, Japan region, 5.1 north of Severnaya, Zemlya, a 5.0 in Greece, a 5.1 in Iran. These are ones that occurred today. So it was the Greece and the southern Iran earthquake. Then there was a 5.3 south of Java, Indonesia. There was a 5.1 north of Severnaya, Zemlya, a 5.0 in Guam, a 5.0 south of Fiji Islands, and a 5.2 India region. Let's view this on a map here so we can see all these earthquakes which have occurred. We're looking out here. This was a 5.5. This was on the 19th of May, so this doesn't exactly give us a good indication of what days these occurred on. That was the 5.2 in Texas. Then you had a 5.2 Unimak Island region, but this doesn't really give us much of a conclusion here. This is one that occurred today. It was Greece. That's the 5.0 which occurred in Greece, which was down here within this area. Then we can come over here. This is a 5.0 in Turkey, but that was on the 15th. I'm looking for our Iran earthquake, which occurred. And I am not seeing it. So, not interesting. Let's go over here. This was one for 6.2 in Greece. That was on the 22nd. And the 6.0. But I am not seeing our Iran earthquake. So, does that tell me anything? Not really. Let's go back over here. Maybe we'll see it over here. There's a 5 Tajikistan. I am looking for our 5 here. That's the Siberia, Russia. That was on the 25th. And there's our 5.1 for today in southern Iran. So, let's scroll in on this area. Doesn't really show a whole lot. However, this earthquake was 10 kilometers deep. So yeah, just been pretty much an interesting day so far. There was a 4.1 off of California yesterday. Let's see if we can pull this up. If I can find it, I'll just put in California and we'll go search for it. So let's do this. There we go. Going to California. These are all the 4s that have occurred in California. There was a 4.6 offshore Northern California on the 26th. And on the 24th, there was a 4.2 offshore Northern California. But that was last month. So this month, we've had a 4.6 offshore Northern California. Let's go see where this earthquake occurred. Still not seeing many Oregon earthquakes, so we'll look in a minute. So we can see those should be occurring over here. We can tell that this is over here. Looks like the Juan de Fuca. And we have the North American Pacific transform boundary here. We have the San Andreas going through here. So this was offshore, but San Andreas area. Still not seeing very much happening. Sorry, it's not the Juan de Fuca. I'm thinking of the axial seamount, which is along the Juan de Fuca. But this area here is the San Andreas. So let's see here. Let's look at Oregon Live earthquake map. See if we have anything interesting that's gone on we can talk about for the East Coast. We do. Look, we have a small earthquake up here. This was in Greenland. 3 kilometers south-southeast of Greenland, New Hampshire. So this was on the 25th. It was a 1.6. Looking along here, there's been one in Tennessee, but what day was this on? That was on the 26th as well, and it was a 2.1. So nothing big, nothing major going on. Still have a small swarm going on up here near Yellowstone. So that's what we're looking at. We've had an earthquake here on the border with Canada today. It was a 2.1, 52 kilometers south-southwest of Princeton, Canada. But it looks like California is still pretty busy along both sides and into Nevada along here. But you can see there looks to be some quiet areas along the San Andreas, which are mainly around in here and in through here. So just keep an eye on these areas. Okay, so that's what I got there. Let's take a look at our weather. See how our hurricane forecast is playing out. We still have nothing out here or expected during the next 7 days in the Atlantic. But when we're taking a look over here in the Eastern Pacific, this little guy here is at 100% chance of cyclone formation in the next 7 days. Is south of southern coast of Mexico. Satellite imagery shows showers and thunderstorms becoming better organized near a broad area of low pressure located several hundred miles off the coast of southern Mexico. While the system still lacks a well-defined circulation, environmental conditions are favorable for further development, and a tropical depression or tropical storm is expected to form tonight or on Wednesday as the low moves generally west-northwestward at around 10 miles per hour. Formation chance through 48 hours, high near 100%. Formation chance through 7 days, high near 100%. So we are expecting to have a tropical cyclone storm from this. And then in the Central Pacific, it's still quiet out here and nothing is expected between 140 west and 180. So that's what we have for weather so far. Here in my neck of the woods, it has been raining nonstop since last night. If it keeps raining much more, we might actually need a boat. Just kidding. But it's just been raining and raining and raining and raining. So let's take a look at weather here. You can tell it's nice and cool out right now. It is 63 degrees. It feels great. I took Penny out and Penny decided that she was not going to go out. So that was the fun. So y'all can see it's been raining since about 11:30, 11 o'clock last night, all the way through till now. So that was through, let me see. Oops, I'm into a new day here. Okay, so y'all can see it's still raining. All right then. That's yesterday, today. See, tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to rain around 10 a.m. Then it's going to rain on the 29th, the 30th, and thank God not on the 31st. So, anyways, I've been busy, you guys. I've just been trying to get some stuff done. I am trying to figure out how to come up with money to pay my bills. I have a major electric bill right now, which I am trying to figure out how to pay. As my son moved out a few months ago, he kind of left me backwards trying to figure out how to pay bills, and I've got a vet appointment coming up for my dog, which I am trying to figure out how to get funds up for. So I went out to the flea market this last weekend. It was interesting. I really didn't sell too much, but I did sell some of my artwork, which was a major plus. And a big shout out to the person who bought it from me. Keep working towards becoming an artist. You can do it. Anyways, you guys, I hope that y'all are doing well. Please take good care of yourselves and each other. And if there is any big earthquakes or any big news that comes on, I'll be back and I will give you all an update. As I'm looking at this, that's all the fives that have gone on. Let me reset this. Okay. So as I'm looking at this, we can just look real quick and see that that was the 5.2 in Manipur Indian region. I'm just looking through here to make sure there isn't anything that I missed. There was a 2.4 in western Texas. And you guys, Oklahoma has been busy having earthquakes too. Let me show you. Oklahoma has been having quite a bit of swarms. So let me do it this way. So we can see this is the 27th here, 27th, 26th, 25th, 23rd. They've had quite a few earthquakes on the 14th. On the 14th, it was all of these. So it's been quite a bit going on there. Just keeping an eye out on Oklahoma as well. All right, you guys, I love you. Please remember to take good care of yourselves and each other. If you'd like to help out with this channel, please subscribe, share, like the video. Also, I have a PayPal below the video, and you could buy a book. Anyways, I love you, and I will see you all on the next video.